Hey everyone, so sorry about the wind noise and the traffic noise behind me, but I'm up in an area that I was at before, Steere Hill, part of the Gloucester Land Trust. Now, yesterday I did a 5-mile hike, so I'm doing a shorter hike today. Wasn't actually going to plan on going out, but when it's 65 degrees in the middle of February, you do not pass up this opportunity. So as you can hear, it's a little bit windy today. I did go ahead and put the ice spikes on based on yesterday's hike, and also I went down to the fence area and I saw that the beginning part of the trail was icy, so I don't know how the rest of the trail is going to be. But if you look around, I can tell you that this area is actually packed today. A lot of people today getting out, enjoying this nice weather. So if you see my pack behind me, it looks like it's a little bit over full just for a short day hike. But mostly what it is, it's actually my jacket that's in there. We've already hit the high for today of 65 degrees. The temperature is supposed to start falling later this afternoon. It's supposed to fall back into the 40s, and then it's just supposed to be a rainy, icy, snowy mix tomorrow with high temperature of only 30 degrees. So yeah, I want to get out and enjoy another beautiful day. 2 days in a row, upper 50s. Today's 65 degrees. Middle of February in New England, northern Rhode Island to be exact, so you can't beat it. So I'm gonna head out on the trail. Like I said, I've been to this area before. It's just I'm taking a different trail in today. So it's gonna look a little bit different, and then we're gonna see what we see from there. So as we're starting to head into the woods, I talked to a couple other people that were coming off the trail, and they said, yeah, it is still pretty icy. But he said the worst part about it is the mud. He said he was fine walking on the ice, but the mud, he was slipping and sliding a lot. So glad I went ahead and put the ice spikes back on today. My pack may be a little bit overkill for a short hike, but I told you most of that's just my jacket. There are several things that I keep on this pack at all times so that I'm ready to go no matter where I go hiking. It's my trekking poles, my knife, and my whistle, plus the first aid kit I keep in there. I also keep my toilet paper and just other few basic necessities for a longer extended time out. Trying to get used to carrying a heavier pack because I do want to do a couple overnighters this year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. None of my friends get out in the woods anymore, which is sad. Really sad. They just don't have the ambition. So I don't know. I'd rather not do an overnighter alone. I'd rather go with somebody. But trail we're on, Steere Hill Farm. Like I said, I've been here before, just coming in from the opposite direction, a little bit shorter of a trail, so that the scenery changes a bit. But yeah, just enjoying a nice 65-degree day in the middle of February in New England. So while I'm walking, if you're wondering what gear I'm using, the pack is from REI. The sweatshirt's an old sweatshirt that I've had from a long time. I got at Cambella's. The hat I got at Runnings, because you have to wear orange certain times of the year if you're out on state land. Although this land there's no hunting, but still don't want to take the chance. The pants I got on are Cresta hiking pants from LL Bean. These are not the insulated ones. These are just the regular summer ones because it's such a warm day out. But both of them are actually water resistant, but pretty much waterproof. Everything just rolls right off them. Although I did sit down yesterday and found out that, yeah, they are just truly water resistant. The shoes I got on, the boots, are Cresta Hikers from LL Bean. They're quite expensive, but they're well worth it. They're Gore-Tex waterproof boots. And then the ice spikes I got at Ocean State Job Lot. So I'm gonna quit babbling and we're gonna enjoy this hike. Just to give you an indication of how thick the ice is here in some parts. This will be a good inch to an inch and a half thick. Alrighty, so the field trail crosses up through here, and then you got a bench if you want to take a rest, which is nice. Like I said, this area I've been up through before, but not this section. They do have benches along the way if you want to take a rest. I did the Steere Hill trail before, so I think I'm going to take the cart path trail this time. So I'm glad I'm wearing my Gore-Tex hiking boots today. As you can see, a lot of water. And these boots are actually waterproof as compared to other ones that I have that are not so waterproof. But yet I didn't want to wear my big snow boots today. So it's interesting. Met up with a few people who talk about how awful the trail is with all the ice. It's winter in New England. You got to prepare for it. That's why I got the ice cleats on. Had a feeling it was going to be icy based on yesterday's hike. But, you know, it's February in New England. You got to expect ice, snow, even though it is a gorgeous 65-degree day today. Stuff doesn't melt all that quickly, especially when it refreezes at night. So you're going to have a lot of ice. You need to be prepared. So, sorry you're not enjoying your hike, people, but, you know, come prepared. There's a tree I photographed earlier before. I was seeing a bunch of birds flying around. A little windy up here. Anybody got to go? Nope, not me. Alrighty, so since my last visit up here, looks like they cleaned up the cemetery a bit. So let's go check it out. See a lot of fresh cut wood. So with the cemetery being all cleaned up, you can now see the perimeter much better. I mentioned in my other video when I came up through here about there being 30 people buried here, but no gravestones. So this was apparently a private cemetery, and off in the distance you can see the golf course. So you can better get an understanding about how small this cemetery is. Don't know exactly where the graves are because there are no gravestones. Looks like since I've been up here last, they went ahead and put a few birdhouse boxes for nesting birds. Probably be a great bird watching area in the spring. Alright, so now the wind's calmed down a little bit after that last gust. There's a picnic table on a stone slab over here, which used to be a building. I think I'm going to go ahead, sit down on that, and have me a snack. So we got some old farm equipment up through here. Alrighty, so with the cold front coming through, the wind's picking up, decided it was too windy to try to enjoy the snack at that picnic table, so retreated down just a little bit to the shelter of the woods where this park bench is. I'm gonna sit and enjoy my snack here. So for today's snack, what I have is hermit cookies. If you're ever up in the North Smithfield, Woonsocket area, stop over at Wright's Dairy Farm and pick you up some hermit cookies. These hermit cookies are made with molasses, raisins, and brown sugar. So probably very high in calories, and for me trying to lead more of a natural herbal lifestyle, probably not the best thing to be eating, but it's a good little snack. You gotta spoil yourself every so often. I'm gonna sit here, eat this, and then decide which trail I want to take next, because it's still very early yet. So sitting here, starting to get a little bit chilly with this wind, and check the temperature, and it's already dropped 10 degrees within the last hour or two. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my jacket and decide where I'm gonna head next. So this frozen circular area in front of me is what's known as a vernal pool. Now, basically what a vernal pool is, it's a low dip area in the land where all the water and rain runoff collects. It's actually a very important part of our ecosystem, because you will find in here various minnow type fishes, you'll find frogs. It also allows some vegetation to grow that doesn't grow outside of wet, swampy areas. So it provides an area for wild animals to come down and drink, although I don't see any tracks in the snow right now, so I don't think any animals have been up through here, especially with the amount of people using these trails. But during the summertime, this will probably be loaded with frogs, salamanders, newts, and such. So it's a very important part of our ecosystem. Most of the time, you're going to find these vernal pools where there's a lot of pine trees. And you can see the pine trees around us here. We're actually up to the Stone Dam. This is Stone Dam Trail. So remember when I was talking about the vernal pool and the water sources? Looks like we have either one deer or some pretty large deers that have come up through here. It's actually pretty steep here, so I'm not going to go down any further. Doesn't look to be as steep on the other side, so I'll come in through the other side and show you that. The trail actually goes up on top over the dam. Now I would suggest being a little careful through here, because looks like it's getting some erosion issues down through there and also down through here. So, as you can see, this dam is actually all made out of stone. There's absolutely no cement in here at all. All these rocks are individually placed strategically, stacked upon each other, all different sized rocks, from some very small to grab the So as you can see behind me, New England is a very rocky landscape. A lot of ledge underneath the soil, which can make building very difficult. It can be rough terrain. A lot of this is actually old granite or some type of sediment. You see the cracks in the stone. The water coming out from underneath the earth. A lot of natural springs up through these rocks as well. We're pretty much back in the car. That's going to do it for our little hike today before we get more sloppy rain snow mix tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed a little walk in the woods and explanation of some of the things that I've seen, and we'll see you in the next video. So please like, subscribe, comment, helps my channel out. Reminder, my Etsy store is now open with various aromatherapies, so check that out. Still got the tote bags and other home decor and accessories available out on my website, so check that out. All the links will be down in the description below. So until next time, this is Scott Hervey with Scott Hervey Outdoors.